first. So let's come back to page 7.10. Last few days before the holiday, okay, that is the last week, we were talking about finding equation of circles. Okay, so if we have the center, the coordinates of center being h and k, and if we have the radius being r, then we can write down the equation of circle by using this formula: x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, and then you just expand all the bracket. Okay， 咁呢個咧其實咧即係好似不是定理咁樣嘅，係嘛 ？A 二次加 B 二次等於 C 二次，個格式就係咁樣嘅。Okay, so the format is so much alike to the Pythagoras theorem, right? It's a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. In fact, this equation originates from the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, but I'm not going to prove this to you. You just need to memorize this. Okay, just like a formula will be okay. All right, this is how we can find the equation of a circle. Okay, so step 1 to find the center, step 2 to find the radius, step 3 to write down the equation of the circle using this format. Okay, today we will focus on when it is given the equation of a circle, and if we want to find the center, the coordinates of the center and the radius and the length of the radius of a circle. But sometimes we need to do something first. Okay, when it is in the form of this.嗱呢度咧，我想你加翻個一字落去。喺書裏邊嘅第7.10頁嘅公式裏邊，即係其實喺呢度嚟嘅。Okay, x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. I would like you to add the 1 before the x squared and before the y squared, just like this. Because it must be 1. It must be 1. Must be 1x squared plus 1y squared. Okay, if it is not 1x squared, 1y squared, then all your calculation will be wrong. Okay, 咁咧請你喺書裏邊咧加翻呢個一字落去，一 x 二次加一 y 二次咁樣。OK， 我哋先要搞掂咗啊，同埋咧 highlight 翻右邊係等於0嘅，右邊啊一定係等於0嘅，得唔得？即係呢3個數字，好多時我哋會miss 咗嘅。好多時我哋會俾題目trap 咗、陰咗嘅地方咧，就係呢啲位啦。右手邊整到佢變成0未咧 ？x 二次同埋 y 二次前邊兩個數字整到佢變成1未咧 ？OK， 好啦，如果未嘅話咧，我哋就要整啦，係嘛？但係如果已經係變成1x square 加1y square， 跟住加 do_x 加 do_y 加 f， 即係 constant 啊，等於0嘅話咧，咁我哋咧就有條公式咧，可以將佢直接揾翻個 center 嘅坐標同埋個 radius 嘅長度出嚟嘅。咁咧，你跟一跟我啊，都係抄低呢度。Center will be equal to 嗱，我想你哋咁樣寫嘅 d over -2 and e over -2。OK， 咁樣會好啲嘅，得唔得？d over -2， 唔好學書咁樣負 d over 2同埋負 e over 2。你學我咁樣 d over -2 and e over -2。OK， 得唔得？呢一度咧嗱，點解咁樣咧？因為咧有陣時 d 同埋 e 咧會係負數嚟嘅。如果你呢度有個負數啦，跟住你前邊即係你跟書嘅話咧，前面個負數嘅話咧，有陣時啲同學咧就會係 mix up 咗兩個負號。將佢變成一個負號， 但係其實應該係負得翻正喎，係嘛？應該係 double negative 嘅。咁所以咧，我會建議你哋咧個負號咧擺咗落去個2嗰度。OK，d over -2，e over -2。OK， 好啦，跟住咧，我哋就會 let 個 h to be d over -2， and then k over e over -2。OK， 咁樣，即係其實呢個佢變咗做 h 同埋 k 咁解啫。然之後咧，我哋個 r， 諗下先 ，r square is equal to h square plus k square minus f。OK，r square is equal to h square plus k square minus f. So r, the radius will be taking square root. OK， 你要記嘅，你真係要記嘅咧，其實就係呢度嘅啫。d over -2, e over -2, and then r square is equal to h square plus k square minus f。嗱，咁樣計咗個即係分段嚟到計咧，係會有一啲好處嘅。喺做一啲題目嘅時候咧，會有一啲好處嘅。OK， 因為你嗱，其實你唔好以為計多咗數喎，因為咧你譬如你背公式啊嘅時候咧，你實際去到做題目嘅時候咧，你都係要計呢啲嘢嘅。講真，都係要計呢啲嘢嘅。OK， 咁所以咧，其實咧我哋係冇計多咗數嘅。不過咧，我寫出嚟嘅時候咧，想你知道咧，其實係有呢幾樣嘢。跟住咧砌翻個 R 二次，砌翻個 HK 出嚟咁樣嘅 ，OK 得唔得？好嗱，咁我哋咧睇一啲 example 咯噃，睇啲 example 啊，即係我哋知道咗個 D value、個 E value 同埋個 F value 嘅時候咧，我哋就可以計翻個 center， 即係 H value、K value 同埋個 R value 出嚟。OK，so let's go to example 5。Example 5. Let me see. So it is given that the equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 6y plus 12 is equal to 0. Find the coordinates of the center and the radius of the circle. 好啦，嗱呢度咧，我哋見到 x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y plus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, and we know that it is 1x squared plus 1y squared, right? Okay, it is no more number before x squared and y squared. And the right-hand side is 0. Then it is in a good format. Then we can write down the value of D, which is 4, and E, which is -6, and F, which is 12. Can you get this? It is dx plus EF plus F, okay? Including the positive and negative signs before the number, okay? Then our H value will be D over -2, which is equal to -2. And our K value will be equal to E over -2, which is +3. So the center will be -2 and 3. Can you get this? Okay, and then the R square will be equal to H square plus K square minus F. Okay, so all values have already been found. Okay, so R square will be equal to 1. And then taking square root, R is equal to square root 1, and that is equal to 1. Which means that the radius is equal to 1. Okay, and that is the answer. 得唔得？我哋 check 清楚佢係咪1x 二次加1y 二次，同埋咧右手邊係咪等於0先？好啦 ，check 咗佢係咯噃，係嘛？即係唔使喐啦，我哋就可以寫低個 D value、個 E value 同埋個 F value， 分別係譬如4、-6同埋12啦。 跟住我哋就可以計到個 h value 同埋個 k value。咁 hk 嘅 value 咧，正就係個 centre 嘅 xy 坐標嚟㗎啦。OK， 然之後呢個 r square 就會係 h 嘅意思加 k 嘅意思減 f value 啦。跟住開翻方之後咧，計到個 r 咧就係個 radius 嚟㗎啦。Can you get this? Okay, now I would like you to do the instant drill number 5. Instant drill number 5. So I give you 3 minutes to do this. Please remember to submit your classwork to the Math app. Okay, let's check the answers. So part A, we have x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 6y equals 0. And check that there is no number before x squared, which means that it is 1x squared plus 1y squared. And the right-hand side is already equal to 0. Okay, then we can write down the d value, e value, and f value. D is the number before the x, so it should be -8. And then e should be the number before the y, so that should be +6. And f should be the number which is has no x and no y, the constant term. But there is no constant term on the left-hand side, which means that the constant term should be equal to 0. Okay, so the f value should be equal to 0. Okay, and then the h value will be d over -2. That should be equal to 4. And the k value should be e over -2. So that should be -3. Okay, so the center, sorry. So the center should be equal to 4 and -3. And then the r square is equal to this h square plus this k value square, and then minus f value, that is 0. So r square is equal to 25, And then taking square root, so r should be equal to square root of 25, that is equal to 5, which means that the radius is equal to 5. Is that okay? Then part B. So we have 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 8x plus 8y minus 16 equals 0. The right-hand side is already equal to 0, but we have a number multiplying to x squared and y squared. It is not equal to 1 at this moment. So we need to divide the whole equation by 2. Okay, that's like this. 2x squared over 2 plus 2y squared over 2 minus 8x over 2. Every term is divided by 2. Minus 16 over 2 equals 0 over 2. Okay, we do the same thing on every term in the equation. Okay, so 2x squared over 2 is just x squared or 1x squared, right? And then 2y squared over 2 will be 1y squared. And that is what we want. Okay, 8x over 2 is 4x, and then plus 4y, and then minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we have made the x squared term to be 1x squared and y squared term to be 1y squared. Okay, and then the right hand side is 0. And that is in a good form, and we can identify the values of the d value, e value, and f value. The d value is the number before the x, including the negative sign. Okay, e value should be the number before the y term, so that is positive 4. And f value should be the constant term, so that should be negative 8. You get this? So when we have these 3 values, we can calculate the h value and k value. So h, the formula is d over negative 2. Okay, so negative 4 over negative 2. And that should be equal to 2. And then the k value should be e over negative 2. That should be negative 2. Okay, and finally, the center can be written as 2 and negative 2. Okay, and then the radius, that is r squared, is equal to h squared plus k squared minus f. Careful, the f is negative. So when we minus negative number, it becomes double negative, it becomes positive. So r squared is equal to 4 plus 8. That should be 16. So r is equal to square root of 16, so that is equal to 4. Which means that the radius is equal to 4. Okay, that is the answer of part B. Is that okay? All right. Let us do one more example here. Example 6. 好啦，嗱開始啦，有啲唔同嘅題型咯噃。OK， 但係我哋最基本就係頭先嗰兩樣嘢㗎啦。一係就叫你揾圓形嘅 equation， 一係咧就俾咗條 equation你需要揾翻個 center 同埋個 radius 出嚟，就係呢兩個最基本嘅嘢。OK， 咁其他啲咧就係可能會諗翻我哋之前溫過嘅一啲初中嘅slope 啊、distance 啊，或者係譬如中四裏面嘅 equation of straight line 咁樣樣。OK，example 6就係咁樣樣啦。Consider the circle 2x squared plus 2y squared plus 12x minus 8y minus 5 equals 0. Part A, find the coordinates of the center. 係咪俾咗 equation 你？問你叫你揾 centre， 咁即係咧，我哋啱啱做嗰樣嘢咯。不過你要小心啲啦，我哋有 2x squared plus 2y squared plus 12x minus 8y minus 5 equals 0. It is not 1x squared plus 1y squared at this moment, so we need to divide the whole equation, every term, by 2. Okay, in order to make the x squared and y squared to be 1x squared and 1y squared. Okay, just like this. So now it becomes 1x squared plus 1y squared plus 12 over 2 is 6. x. 8 over 2 is 4. Y. 5 over 2 cannot be simplified. Sorry. Okay, and then so just leave the fraction here, which means that our D value is 6, E value is -4, and F value is -5 over 2. And then we can calculate the H value, that is E over -2, that is -3. And then K value should be E over -2, that should be equal to 2. Okay, and then the center is -3 and 2. And that is already the answer of part A. 今次佢冇叫你揾個 radius 係嘛？咁你就唔使揾啦。OK， 淨係叫你揾個 center 嘅啫。OK， 好啦，嗱，跟住 part B 咯，佢就話咧 ，find the equation of the diameter passing through 0, 5。好啦，嗱呢度咧，如果我哋有一個圓形，如果我哋有一個圓形啦，太大啦。圓形，跟住咧，我哋知道個 centre 係喺呢度嘅 ，centre 喺左邊揾咗啦。跟住咧，佢話 pass through 0.5嘅，即係咁啊。So this one is the centre. And then, so we have another point 0.5 here. And the question asks to find the equation of the diameter. Diameter 即係直線，係直徑啊。It's like this. Passing through 0.5. So we are going to find the equation of diameter. But diameter is a straight line. Okay, it is a straight line, right? So we are going to find the equation of straight line. 係嘛？直線嘅 equation 嚟嘅，直線 equation 你即刻就要個腦裏邊就要響起 point slope equation 呢一個步驟啦，得唔得？有溫書就即刻會響起㗎啦。So do we have points? Yes, we have 2 points, right? We have the center and the radius. We have the center and the 0.5. Okay, so we are going to choose the point to be 0 and 5. OK， 是但點都得嘅，不過咧有0就揀0啦，係嘛 ？How about the slope? Do we have the slope of this straight line? No, it is not given. But we have 2 points, so we can actually calculate the slope ourselves. Okay, using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That should be equal to 1. The slope is equal to 1. And then we can write down the equation of the straight line. So equation will be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then simplifying the equation, y minus 5 equals 1x. And then move all the terms to the side where x is positive. 0 is equal to x minus y plus 5. Finally, write the equation on the left. That is the answer. 得唔得？嗱，見唔見到啦？有陣時又係會冧埋啲咩直線 equation 咧，去到一齊問你㗎，係嘛？呢一課咧，即係 coordinate 呢一課咧，其實真係冇分邊一級㗎，即係 form 幾咁樣㗎，係嘛？佢隨時都會問翻你啲初中嘅嘢啊，甚至乎 form 4嘅嘢啊，係一個整體嚟嘅，得唔得？但係咧，希望呢啲咧，即係普通呢啲 bookwork 嘅題目咧，希望大家係可以做到嘅。OK， 得唔得？ I think I don't have time. Okay, let me see. I don't have time. Okay, maybe I just stop here. Okay, and do you have any problems? If there is no more problem, then so I will continue to talk about the examples tomorrow. And no more problem, then this is the end of the lesson and you may leave now. Goodbye.